My name is Prudence Chota. I am a reporter at Diamond TV, and you're watching Behind the Story.
The Financial Intelligence Center's 10th Money Laundering and Terrorism Financing Trends report has flagged over $3.5 billion United States dollars in suspected illicit financial flows for the year 2024, an amount equivalent to more than 8.1 billion kwacha. The majority of these transactions have been linked to multinational enterprises. According to the report, the figures represent a significant drop from 13.58 billion kwacha flagged in 2023. The report has further revealed that 1,203 individuals and entities have been implicated, among them 401 corporates and 802 natural persons, and that many of the companies involved in the money laundering were nearly registered with little or no visible business activities, yet they recorded unusually high transaction volumes.
As a journalist, you need to have your ears to the ground to know what is happening. And then also you have to keep record of events and activities. So on that particular day, I knew to say today the Financial Intelligence Center is going to release their trends report. They release these reports yearly on different dates. So coming into this year and in this month, knowing it is a month when they release the report, I knew to say on this particular day, the FIC, who is the Financial Intelligence Center, was going to release a report. So when I come in the newsroom, I present that to my colleagues to say, okay, today the FIC is releasing its trends report, and we are looking forward to see some of the content in this particular report. So when you present it as a story, it doesn't just end at idea generation or presentation. You also have to look out for things like your storyboard. How is it that you want your story to come out at the end of the day? Because remember, this which has been released is just a report. It has no one talking, it has no audio, it has nothing, it's just a report. But I need to tell a story that will appeal to the public. So how do I incorporate different things to make it a successful story? So I also need to generate, this particular piece that will also appeal to the public away from the usual document as it is released. Okay, so when this trends report was released, the first thing, of course, when you open, everyone wants to look at is how much was suspected transaction that happened in that particular year. And that's what almost everyone rushes to write. And I think I saw on all the pages, everyone was writing to say the trends report has been released and 3.5 billion US dollars worth of suspected transactions were conducted in the year 2024. But as a reporter, I should be away from that. So when I held this document, I said, okay, other people have already broken the story. Let me not also rush to write in the same thing. What is it that is different in this particular report that we can actually bring out there that can be of public interest? So when I started going through, this particular document, I found something that was very, very, interesting and important. And this is a part where it indicated that, there were certain Zambian citizens who had connived with their colleagues from East African countries, and they were dealing in illegal mining activities. And because of that illegal mining activities, transactions amounting to 1 billion kwacha were done illegally. So in short, the country lost about 1 billion kwacha and another 500,000 US dollars in this illegal transaction. So for me, that caught my attention, and immediately I got to my computer, I started typing that particular one because I know, Zambia is a mining country, and we have been advocating that we need to see the benefit of mining trigger down to our country. And we've also seen of late the finance minister introducing new taxes as a way of raising revenue in the midst of a year, which usually doesn't happen. So government is looking for ways of raising money, but on the other side, we have huge sums of money that is being lost through illegal activity. So for me, I think that stood out, and I said, I will go with that as my particular angle. And I drafted my story, and I was surprised when it went out there just on our page how much reaction that attracted. Away from the usual 3.6 billion US dollars. It's a big figure, but this is just suspected. It doesn't mean it's true. But if you narrow it down to the 1 billion kwacha, that on itself is a true reflection of what happened, because those figures are there and they are not suspected. The hardest part of piecing a statement together is, in the first place, it's a statement. It has no one talking. It talks on itself, like the words have been written down and they're talking to you in a document form, but you have to put visual to this particular document. And you know, most of the time when a document is released and you want to get reactions from stakeholders, the first thing that you get is, I need to study the document. I need to study the document. So this is where you are a reporter. You've got a document in front of you, but it's very difficult to get reactions from stakeholders because everyone wants to digest the information before they can give their perspective or reaction to this particular statement. So this is a point where you sit, you've been taught to analyze this particular, document, but you literally have no source who's going to put a voice to it. So it becomes a really challenge for you as a journalist, and you have to be creative if you really want to produce a story that is going to appeal to the public.